introductions. Today we are playing some more Dragon's Crown Pro, and we're about to get down on that shit, because this is one of my old favorites. Very much a classic
You head
game.
to Wallace's underground labyrinth to look for the magician Lucane.
Okay.
Wandering one, how can I help you?
You stand before texts Alfina. If you are repeatedly depending on her grace, the amount you must offer for her services will continually increase. You recall what happened once again. The man's you fought, the primate you sigh. The sick, the primate.
You're back.
Alright, let's go. Just trying to watch where you're going. I could try.
This underground labyrinth is said to have been made in a single night with powerful magic. It is a dangerous place, replete with traps. It bars entry to all who would dare.
It's my turn. Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
The trap was sprung, and the door magically closed fast. Slime creatures are weak against fire. The torch on the wall could be used to great effect. The clink of metal hitting the ground can be heard. You obtain a magic key to open the door.
Peace.
Out of the blue, a mouse darts out and leaps onto your palm. The rodent claims to be the apprentice of Wallace the magician. He says he was tasked with caring for the laboratory while Wallace was gone, but it is beset by malevolent magic users. When you ask about Lucane, the apprentice answers that his master's friend went into the labyrinth and hasn't. Your quest to find Lucane is delayed as you attempt to liberate the lab for Ricky the Magician's apprentice. The door to the laboratory is through this hall.
I got it. Voila! It's my turn. Simple. Yes. Oh, yeah. That's nuts. Pesky gnats. Filthy lucre. It's my turn. Simple.
Because the laboratory was being misused, some of the experiments housed within have now run amok. There's been a population explosion of mutated beings that spread their spores around. The labyrinth is...
It's my turn. Yes.
Hello viewer, welcome to my stream. This is a new game I got. I hope you enjoy it. It's really fun. It's called Dragon's Crowns Pro. But just look at them titties jiggle. Yeah. That's what you waited your whole life for, huh? Back up, back up, back up, back up. Yeah, boy. Excuse me. Okay. Closer to the boss fight. Eat some food, nom nom nom.
Destroy the cocoons before they hatch, or they'll keep coming.
Alright, good game. Got him.
You found some bones that seem to belong to Lucane
Awesome.
in the depths of the labyrinth. The tattered raiments and jewelry leave no doubt that the corpse is indeed Lucane's.
Oh no. Well, I guess we're gonna have to bring him back from the dead then, huh? Oh, a double XP up. That's what's up, level 5.
You bring back the bones of the magician Lucane.
Excellent.
You found Lucane, but he was dead. You imagine the fairy will be overcome with grief, but you need to return to her. When you enter the laboratory, the fairy frantically flits around you, as if it senses your uneasiness. Upon seeing Lucaine's bones, the fairy enters into a panic. She begins tugging at your arm to get you to leave the tower. The fairy is apparently attempting to lead you somewhere. You collect Lucaine's bones and follow her. As you enter, a kindly voice echoes, "You nervous? Allow this heart quench, lead the wandering soul back, reverse death, and awaken them." The prayer reaches the goddess, and the pile of bones is once again given flesh. Lucaine, shocked to find himself alive, thanks you profusely. He tells you to visit him at his laboratory and leaves. The resurrected magician has returned to the old tower in town. You decide to see him to ask more details. The magician Lucaine is waiting for you in the laboratory of the old tower.
Okay.
It seems that dying had an adverse effect on his short-term memory. Lucaine can't remember why he went to meet Wallace. Lucaine is researching magic called runes, which are closely tied to spirits and fairies. Lucaine introduces his fairy friend to you. Her name is Tiki. She left the fairy forest due to her strong curiosity. He thanks you again for saving him and allowing him to enjoy life's rich pageant. Lucaine says he'd be happy to sell you these items at a fraction of the normal price and answer any questions you have. What will you ask? The magician Wallace was an old friend of Lucaine's. He was known as a great magician. He sealed that group, or myopia of Cyclopes, in a labyrinth and saved the land. He also mentored young magicians in his tower. He was also the king's trusted advisor. And Lucaine trails off. It seems that Lucaine's memory has failed him again. Before you realize it, Tiki is following you around. She seems to have taken a liking to you. She will accompany you on your adventures henceforth.
Oh, cool.
Fairies are known to be adept at finding hidden things.
Excellent. That's what I'm talking about, fairy. Stop by the Adventurers Guild.
A letter from the castle has come to you via the guild.
You're back. You have a request.
You assume that the letter was sent by the Prime Minister. Perhaps he has another request for you. Count Dean is waiting for you at the throne room. It is he who sent the letter. After your previous encounter, you can only assume that he's up to something nefarious. You brace for combat. The guards have drawn their swords and are blocking the exit. Count Dean starts talking to you in a soft voice. He says that he has personally requested your assistance in performing a task for him. He wants you to scout Bilberon Fortress on the border. This underground fortress is a well-known structure. Originally built to defend against the Orc army, it now lies in Orc hands. Scout them and learn their invasion routes. It is a very dangerous mission. But refusal means that you will be at the mercy of Dean's guards. You accept.
Of course I accept. I don't want to be at the mercy of some dudes with a bunch of herpy, slurpy, motherfucking herpy.
Surveil the subterranean fortress at the country's border.
What are you doing? Give her a wait, let's save after we resurrect.
Wandering one, how can I help you?
Sweet.